and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Thanaporn from Thailand Budget Bureau. Today, I'm pleased to present Thailand's fiscal stance in the current global and regional context, focusing on our economic outlook, drivers of the economic slowdown, and the fiscal strategy we have adopted to balance short-term recovery with long-term sustainable growth. Let me start with a brief overview of Thailand's current economic situation. Thailand's economic growth has shown clear signs of deceleration. Last year, our growth stood at 2.5% before easing slightly to 2.4% in 2025, and it is projected to slow further to 2% in the next year. This downward trend reflects an economy facing weaker momentum amid global financial volatility, geopolitical tensions, and shifting monetary policies. This raises an important point. What are the underlying factors contributing to this downward trend? The slowdown is driven by both external and internal factors. On the domestic side, the tourism sector, which traditionally a strong economic pillar, has softened, especially among short-haul travelers such as those from China, Malaysia, and Vietnam, which together account for a large share of tourist income. Tourism represents about 14% of Thailand's GDP, so even a modest decline significantly affects broad economic activities. On the external front, exports continue to face pressure from the U.S. reciprocal tariff, ongoing U.S.-China trade tension, movement in U.S. monetary policy, and the continuing depreciation of the U.S. dollar. All of these weaken our export competitiveness. Meanwhile, prolonged geopolitical conflicts pose additional uncertainty. Moreover, environmental risks, including droughts, floods, and severe storms, further threaten economic stability and long-term growth potential. In response to the slowing economy, Thai government has adopted a counter-cyclical deficit-based fiscal stance aimed at preserving economic momentum while safeguarding long-term fiscal sustainability. A key consideration is the impact of external shocks, particularly the reciprocal tariff, which is expected to weigh further on near-term economic performance. To mitigate these challenges, the government introduced the 157 billion baht economic stimulus plan in fiscal year 2025, focusing on 4 critical areas including infrastructure, tourism revival, export mitigation, and productivity enhancement, and community-based and other targeted economic initiatives. For fiscal year of 2026, the government adopted the Quick Big Win strategy, which combines short-term stimulus with long-term structural strengthening. This strategy is built on 5 key pillars, including boosting consumption and tourism, addressing household debt, supporting SMEs, promoting savings, and accelerating future-oriented investments such as clean energy and new skill workforce development. This balanced approach aims to drive short-term recovery while keeping Thailand on track with our medium-term goals, reducing the fiscal deficit below 3% of GDP by 2030, and maintaining public debt under 70% of GDP. And with that, this medium-term strategy naturally leads into Thailand's immediate actions to stabilize economic momentum, particularly in early fiscal year 2026, when household sentiment remains weak. To dive deeper into the details, Ms. Ganokporn will now walk you through our short-term stimulus measure in more detail. Thank you.
Okay, so in early FY26, Thailand economics is expected to expand below its long-term average and also below the growth rate of the regional peers. And also, household purchasing power remained fragile due to the high debt level and also the uneven economic recovery. In this context, the government is prioritizing the half and half plus program as is the short-term stimulus measure. And this program aims to ease living costs, support local businesses, and boost domestic consumption through targeted co-payment incentives. Building on the success of earlier phase of half and half program, half and half plus will further expand coverage to general citizens, taxpayers, and also welfare card holders. The government co-pay 50% of eligible spending up to 200 baht per person per day, with total entitlements of 2,000 to 2,400 baht per person through Paotang mobile application. And this measure is expected to inject around 88 billion baht into the economic and increase GDP growth by about 0.22% during November to December this year. Okay, this design of half and half plus builds on the lesson from earlier phase of half and half scheme, which generate over 420 billion baht in spending and boost GDP growth by at least 0.5%. And this program also improve the regional distribution of economic activity, not concentrated only on like a major city. In addition, it reinforced the value of technology-enabled fiscal tool for both efficiency and accountability. To summary, Thailand is facing a combination of domestic and also external challenges, including slower tourist recovery, export pressure, geopolitical uncertainties, and also climate-related risks. Our fiscal response is both proactive and also targeted. We aim to balance short-term recovery through well-designed and data-driven stimulus measures with long-term resilience by investing in competitiveness, clean and clear energy, human capital, and also structural reform. Thank you so much.